Hi there, Neil from Richter, and welcome to another video. As you can see behind me, we've got a brand new VW ID Buzz in the workshop today. This is actually our development vehicle in deep black. It's one of the first editions into the country, so we're really lucky to get a very early build slot. We're actually going to try and develop some suspension, some kit, some alloy wheels, so on and so forth as we move forward. But yeah, we're going to put some miles on it. I've driven it for a couple of weekends. Absolutely amazing bit of kit, awesome driving position. So what we'll do, we'll walk around it, show you some of the features in some more details, and we'll take it from there. So the first thing is the front of the vehicle. Really funky design. It's inspired by the original Type 2 campers, obviously. A real short bonnet. The flap pulls forward just for the coolants. There's obviously no engine in there. It's a fully electric car. 77 kilowatt battery, so it's the same as the ID4 and the Q4. So reasonable range. I think whatever they're quoting is a little bit excessive, but easily 200 miles in real world conditions, which is plenty for most commutes. Really funky LED headlights on this. This particular model, being a first edition, has this additional strip across the front, illuminated strip, which is similar to the Golf 8 and so on and so forth. But yeah, real short look from the front. What that then does is the driving position. So as you sit in the vehicle, it's a very strange driving position, but really lovely. So it's almost like a truck. You're sitting way back with a dash going across there. So yeah, really cool driving position. Again, being a first edition, we get the bigger instrument cluster with the central display. So something like a 10-inch central display with all the multimedia controls, that sort of thing. All of the vehicles have really funky interior colours. So a lot of them have the white steering wheels. We opted for black. I thought it'd be getting dirty too much, especially when people are in and out of it. But yeah, you can get blue seats, orange seats, two-tone paints and all sorts. There's two types of vehicle. So this one is the standard ID Buzz. There's also an ID Buzz Cargo. So the ID Buzz Cargo is literally a two-seat or but basically a panel van version with a load carrying area in the back. This one is basically the crew van version. So next year they anticipate bringing out a long wheelbase version with bigger battery. So there'll be a long range version and a 7-seat version as well. From the side, really compact, really funky look. We've got the twin sliding doors, some great little inscriptions and sort of indents on the back. Just a real funky, quirky new look. Being a first edition, it's got a very special wheel. So standard ID Buzz have like a 19 and 20 inch wheel. We've actually got a 21 inch really nice wheel, which is exclusive to these first edition vehicles, which I think really finish it off. Around the back of the vehicle, a huge tailgate, plenty of room. So yeah, it's literally 3 full-size seats in the middle of the vehicle and then a full-size boot. Yeah, plenty of room for carrying all the kit around. There's tons and tons of quirky features on these. We're actually going to do a completely separate whole video on all the features. We'll put a link up there when it's available. So the big advantage of this vehicle, being an electric vehicle, is particularly efficient in terms of benefit in kind, in terms of company car tax. So whereas something like a transport or crew van is a massive grey area, is it a car, is it a van? Because the benefit in kind on a car is huge because of the emissions of the vehicle and also the value of the vehicle. I think we worked out we could run a Aston Martin Vantage cheaper than a top of the range transporter at one point. This being an EV, you can run it as a car, so you can officially categorise it as a car. It is a 5-seat crew van, and therefore at current rates I believe it's 2% benefit in kind, so it's literally extremely cheap and tax efficient to run, which is why I think this is going to be a massive seller. As we're producing this video, we've just heard, I believe it's been announced as Car of the Year as well, so yeah, it really does make some sense around there. And also in its category, I don't think you'd find much bigger. So I had a customer on interested in some modifications on one. He's looking for a full vehicle that will carry 2 front passengers plus 3 full-size child seats. I think in this sector, there's very little on the market that you could do that. Maybe the Model X, which is then well over £100,000. These start at around 50k for a very basic one, right up to sort of high 60s, early 70s for a top of the range one. So yeah, in that particular sector, it's significantly cheaper than the bigger Teslas and whatever else that's on the market. So that's a quick overview of the new ID Buzz. I'd love to know what you think in the comments, and it will be here for a good while. I say it's a development vehicle, so if you're interested, want to come and have a look, just give us a shout. We can show you around the vehicle. It should be available on site, and we'll catch up in the next video.